You grew up in Hawaii?
I was born in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And my parents got divorced when I was little and I moved to Iowa. But like, Bridges in Madison County, Iowa. Like,
Dude,
like,
Meryl Streep, Bridges of Madison
bam,
County.
boom.
One of my favorite books. The book and the movie, it's identical. It's like word for word. The movie's the exact way of the book. So not that matters.
So
or
I'm
anything.
like, graduated,
Did you go to University of Iowa?
No, I actually went to, we like to make fun of it, University of Southern Ankeny. I went to DMAC, Des Moines Area Community College, and then went to...
And is that still open?
It is, DMAC. And then I went off to get in-state tuition in Colorado, and I was living out in Colorado State, and I was working as a trail crew out there, and working at Lee's Cyclery and Bazzetti's and all these different, bussing tables and shit, trying to get in-state tuition, trying to postpone college as much as possible, and then
Trying to postpone it or stay in it? Like,
well, just trying to get in-state tuition so I could,
go.
do wildlife biology there. But I went to school. It's weird because when I was in Iowa, I did marine biology. They have a place called Central Campus where all these different schools would go into Des Moines, and you would learn marine biology. And I'd have like a shark tank. I had my own eel, and you'd learn about all these different things. And I always wanted to be a marine biologist. And we'd spend our spring breaks down in the Keys. So we get in a yellow bus, go all the way down from fucking Iowa all the way down to the Keys.
damn, that's so far.
Yeah, and we'd study with scientists. But I did that 2 years, get credit for college. And then I was gonna go like over summertime. I was like, I'll go to Hawaii since I'm Hawaiian. Maybe I'll get a better deal going to college. And TV show came.
That was it.
And I was just surfing with my family, and a pretty big surf family. So we and then a show came, and I ended up getting it. And it changed everything. I was 19.
And you were working, but they had the ant. Oh my God, that's him?
Yeah, dude. Don't.
Don't what? Get some lotion out? To rub on the picture. Have some respect, guys. Dude, that's wild that you got to live.
I was 19, man. That was crazy. My job before that was bussing tables. Yeah, working in the surf shop.
I bust tables, bro. I was one of the first busters to ever use creatine in Arizona. South of Phoenix, I was one of the best bus boys there was, I think, for probably about a 2.5 year period.
Is that where you went to, Arizona?
I went to University of Arizona for 1 year, and then I went to some other schools. But, dude, I was so good at busting tables, man.
Yeah, well, I would take all the food because I worked at a really nice restaurant.
Yeah.
And we were all, my buddies that lived together, we were just a bunch of climbing dirtbags, and I'd bring this nice pasta home because if the couple didn't look too sus and they left their stuff,
Yes.
you just box that in and bring it home. And so I always had like the best restaurants pasta.
Dude, I worked at a place called Dakota's Wine and Feed, and the guy there was taught, like, there was this perverted manager who would kind of teach us how to do, like, he would like kind of like oral sex on women, but just like in conversation. Anyway, that guy was a complete pervert, but I will not in person, not with a real woman, just he would like tell us young kids like how to do it and stuff. And we didn't know what was going on, dude. Like I remember when he would talk about it, all the pimples on my face would like explode at once. Anyway, that was beside the point, but they had very nice food there. And I remember if they used their knife, that to me was like, oh, they're fancy. I can eat off of their plate.
Yes.
So if the knife was dirty, I would definitely take a little bit of that, like some cured ham or some specialty meats on there. And I'd get a stack of like some like special sandwich that was made of all types of stuff.
Yeah, man.
It was nice. That's back.
Feeding the homies.
Yeah.
And back then, it's like when you're out of your mom's house your first time out, you're like, orange juice was like champagne. If someone had orange juice, I was like, oh my God, I haven't had orange juice in fucking, because it all went to beer and fucking booze.
Yeah.
Right? Milk, never saw it again. You left mom's house, I'm like, fuck milk. And then it's basically water, beer. My dad still kind of had to pay child support, so that was like that paid rent. And I could just save enough busting tables where I could work just Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'd go rock climbing and snowboarding. So it'd be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday I'd come back. So I had I had a little plan,
And were you with like a certain group of friends from growing up, or was it just, still like a core group, or was it just guys?
Yeah, there's one guy. I didn't have too many friends growing up, and I had friends, but like the true buddies, they're in my neighborhood, but they stayed there. There's one guy, he is my best friend to this day, godfather of my kids. He went out to Colorado first, so he was 1 year older, and then I went out there to be with him. And he was my best. Yeah, he's my best bud. So it was just us running amok.
So much fun. Colorado is so awesome.
It is. It was good.
God, I love being out there. So you went from Des Moines Community College, DMAC,
Yep.
And then you ended up over in Colorado.
Yep. I went to Colorado and then went to Hawaii to just to kind of be with my father, get to know him better. And
Was he cool?
my dad's great. My dad's he's awesome. But just I'd go there when I was young, like 8, 9, 10. Like basically when I was young enough to comprehend it, right enough to be with my mom, and then I'd go until like high school years. We had probably a bit of a falling out, so I didn't go too much. And maybe my sophomore, junior, senior year. So once I was like, I'm gonna go back, be with Dad, bury the hatchet, and see if I can get into college over there. And then, like I said, show came and changed my life, and then kind of tried to, telling my mom, like, I'm on this show. And she's like, what are you talking about? Like, my mom's in the same house I was raised in.
Wow.
So
She's like, what are you doing? Are you doing something with Satan?
I know. She's like, oh, you're on Baywatch Hawaii? I was like, Mom, I'm like, it's not what you think. It's like a whole different spin on it. They're in Hawaii. It's not. And she's like, what?
It's a whole different spin. They're in Hawaii.
Yeah, no, I mean, Hasselhoff wasn't really on anymore, but they're trying to change it up. So anyways.
Dang.
And then I spent the next 30 years digging myself out of that hole.
Yeah.
Cheers to that. And here we are now.
Me and David Spade just made a movie actually that's going to come out in like 2 months.
Shut up.
Yeah, we wrote it, funded it, everything.
I love David Spade.
Oh, he's the best, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that.
Tommy Boy, one of my favorites.
Oh, that was one of the best ever. Was there
That's just an old time buddy, or you just were like, yeah.
He and I became friends like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and we became really close friends. And then we had kind of an idea, and when he started writing it, it took like a year, and then we decided to just self-fund it. And it was like a $4 million budget, I think. And then we got one investor, and and we made it. We shot in like 23 days.
Wonderful. What's this called?
It was exciting. It's called Busboys. It's about 2 guys who aren't doing that good. And one of them loses his girlfriend to a waiter at a restaurant. And so we figure if we can become waiters, then everything will be great.
That's what you're so good at being a busboy. You're talking about like what we were talking about, like
I channeled.
professional busboys. Yeah.
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 I channeled. This wasn't, people are like, this is just whimsical. What are you guys doing? No, this is in me, bitch. You feel me? So yeah, I definitely channeled that. And David was a busboy too in Arizona as well when he was growing up.
They wouldn't make me a waiter. That was my last job. Yeah, I was busboy at 2 places.
I could see that. I think
they wouldn't let me. They're trying to hold me down.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a glass ceiling.
Yeah. I never made a waiter.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Fuck waiters. Busboys are dope, dude. Busboys are dope.
Busboys are dope.
They're always the coolest. They're gonna have the drugs. They're gonna know where the shit's at.
They're gonna have the drugs. They're gonna have the bread.
Waitresses. You know what I mean? Like busboys are dope.
Yeah, who's gonna get extra
They're
butter?
in with the dishwasher, and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, who's got extra butter?
The busboys do.
Yeah, for sure.
I love salt and pepper. Guess who's got that?
Yeah.
Let's go see your waiter do that. No, they're all fucking making more money than you.
Yeah, they're off counting. They're usually counting their money.
Not sharing
somewhere.
their tips is what they're not
Type
doing.
shit, homie. That's what they're doing, dude. And who's got the extra salt? That
You know what? I'm gonna tip my waitress less, and I'm gonna slip my busboy more.
Dude.
I haven't been doing that. I'm gonna say, where's the fucking busboy at? I'm gonna throw him. I'm gonna throw the homies or homettes some fucking loot.
Started at the bottom. It's all happened because of Reagan, because of trickle down economics. Who started trickle down economics? Bring that up. It was Reagan, wasn't it? Give it to the waiters. They'll give it to the busboys. That's not helping. I was just at the nurses' strike.